G'day, I'm Brodie Brown, Millionaire Mortgage Secrets, and in today's video I'm going to run through a very simple loan structure that could help you pay off your mortgage years faster using free money. That's right, we're going to talk about how to use a interest-free credit card. I don't mean an interest-free credit card for the life of the credit card. I mean a 44 or 55-day interest-free credit card. I don't know why they do it over those terms. That's just what it is. It's kind of dumb, but anyway, that's what it is. Before we dive in and I explain to you how this structure works, I say structure by the way, it just means arranging your finances so that they're working for you, not for the bank. The bank doesn't need any more of your money, okay? Keep it for yourself, they're making billions already. So, before we dive into this, I need you to understand one thing, and that's how interest is calculated on your loan. At the end of every day, the bank takes a snapshot of your loan balance, and they do that for 30 or 31 days or whatever it is, and then they charge you the interest based on the principal balance that's been outstanding on each and every day. So therefore, why is that important? Your job is to minimize the amount of interest that's been calculated by minimizing the principal balance of the loan at any given time. So what are you got to do? Well, you got to have as much of your money, like every single cent that you possibly have in your possession anywhere, in the loan account itself, or you've got to have it in the offset account. Right? One's minimizing principal balance, the other one's maximizing the offset balance. Okay, same. Got it? Good, let's move on. So the goal here is to have a very simple setup where all of your spending, all of your bills, everything that you can possibly pay using a credit card is paid off that credit card. If you're in a relationship, you have a his and hers card, and that's important because you want all the spending to be going out of one account. I read a book recently for the third time, The Millionaire Next Door. Excellent book, I recommend that you read it. And the authors go that it's studied over decades, all right? And in it, they explain that the chances of creating wealth, creating financial security are dramatically increased if you're both holding each other accountable. There's no point in having one person who's tight and focused and goal-oriented, and then you've got another one who's profligate, spendthrift, and isn't on the same page. All right, it's going to cause some friction. You're not going to head in the right direction. So this is another way of having an accountability partner intertwined into this very simple loan structure. So it's pretty cool. All right, so it doesn't matter where you go for that credit card. I don't really care. It's not about points. It's not about insurance. There's nothing to do with that. This is about that interest-free period and getting money for free for a month before you have to make that loan repayment. The most important part of this, or one of the most important parts, is making sure that when you're filling out the direct debit request, because you're not going to pay this manually, okay? When you're filling out the direct debit request to instruct the bank on the repayment of that credit card, it's not the minimum. It's not $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. It's the whole balance for that statement period. It's got to go. You have to be very, very careful if you're going to set this up that you are financially responsible, that you either are running a credit card responsibly now, i.e. you're not paying any interest. Don't do that. Or you're running a budget successfully, or you have proven to yourself through using a debit card, for example, that you can handle by way of repayment everything that you are spending on that credit card, i.e. you're living below your means, which not too many people do these days. So that's what you've got to be doing. So make sure that when you fill out the direct debit form, just did this with ANZ recently, it's an absolute pain in the ass, that is repaying the full balance at the end of that statement cycle, because you don't want to be paying $1 of interest. It's not the point. So what happens at the end of the month is that card is paid off, you don't pay $1 of interest. In the meanwhile, you've got your pay sitting in the offset account or in the loan account for the maximum possible period of time. Therefore, it reduces the amount of interest that is being calculated on your loan. This is a very simple arrangement. There's nothing more complicated to it than that. The complications arise, and where people cock it up is they end up paying too much in the way of fees, or they're like, oh, I overspent by $500 this month, I overspent by $800 this month, and then it creeps up, and then at the end of the year, you've got 12 grand owing in a credit card and you've given yourself a problem. 12 grand doesn't sound like much. You've got to earn 18 grand before you're taxed in order to pay off that extra 12 grand. So only put this structure in place if you're sure of yourself, if you're confident, if your partner is on the same page as you, and it can work out very well for you. I can't tell you exactly how much it's going to save or by how many years it's going to help you get out of debt sooner, because there's too many variables. You've got interest rate, you've got loan balance, you've got loan term, how you spend, etc. It's not the point. This is a long-term strategy. You're not going to wake up after 6 months and be like, oh my God, wow, I can blow my hair back. It doesn't work like that. Over 10 years, it's going to compound, it's going to work to your advantage. Remember, every little bit counts. Thanks very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and share this video with someone who you think it might help. Thanks for watching. Cheers.